For more on Trump's financial future, let's bring in ABC News senior editorial producer John Santucci. John, good morning. I know you've covered the president and his family for years. So what do you think? How does his company plan to move forward once he's out of office, especially in light of the last week?
Oh, this has been a week that, as one source said to me Sunday night, in light of the news of the PGA, Diane, that it gutted the president and his family. The PGA in particular was something that Donald Trump and his children had fought for quite some time. It was on the Trump's bucket list to host a PGA tournament at one of his golf courses at some point. Now it looks like that will never happen, either here domestically or, we learned, abroad. But the news overnight as well about the changes for New York City. You know, what I'm hearing from the Trump orbit is that as the president gets ready to leave New York, his children, at least some of them, appear to be following. We've learned that Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner have bought a piece of property in the Miami area where they plan to develop a home. So the first daughter, who built a fashion brand that once was housed in the Fifth Avenue headquarters of Trump Tower, that is something she will not return to, instead heading to the Sunshine State with her father. And interestingly now, Donald Trump Jr., the president's eldest son, he and his girlfriend have been on the house hunt in the Palm Beach area. So it's interesting that as New York is dumping Donald Trump, the Trumps seem to be cutting out of New York.
And many presidents go on to receive huge book deals, big speaker fees. Do you expect we'll see the same for President Trump?
Well, I think at the moment you can see, just based on the reaction, that, you know, as one source close to the family said to me overnight, the Trumps need to go dark for a little bit. They need to take the show on hiatus in order to, frankly, let the temperature go down. You know, listen, this president has certainly written books before. You know, The Art of the Deal was definitely the one that he liked to hold up as his second favorite book on the campaign trail. He would say next to the Bible. But for now, I think that they really need to figure out what is next for them and take some time. The only member of the Trump family, interestingly enough, the most quiet one, you could argue, who's looking at a book, is First Lady Melania Trump. But it's not going to be a tell-all book, Diane. This is actually looking to be more of a coffee table book. We understand the First Lady has had photographers in and around the East Wing, the residence, and on the White House grounds in the last couple of weeks. And the book, in her view, is going to be looking to show the changes, modifications, and in some cases, they argue, improvements Melania Trump made to the White House grounds over their 4 years.
So what's next for the rest of the Trump family? How could this impact their futures?
Well, you know, listen, for all the Trumps, the president included, politics became the family business over the last 5 years since he entered the presidential orbit in 2015 when he kicked off his race. The one that I think is the least affected after last week is Donald Trump Jr. He has been on the campaign trail both in the last election we just saw, but very much so during the 2018 midterms, did a lot of campaigning and fundraising for down ballot races, if you will. So members of Congress, Senate, and I'm told that he has every intention of continuing to do that. And I think we'll see him more and more on the campaign trail as we get closer to 2022. The one I'm most curious about, though, quite frankly, is Ivanka Trump. You know, she, you could argue, has always been the closest to her father, but no closer to the president than the last 4 years. Her office was right above him from the Oval Office on the second floor of the West Wing. And I'm told that she wants to stay involved in presidential politics. But after the incident last week, this does make it a little more complicated for the first daughter. But at the moment, nothing ruled out, Diane.
All right, John Santucci, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.